Looks like we're up and going. Maybe somebody will be here, maybe somebody won't. I'm getting started a little late. Okay. Good morning, Big Dave. Don't seem that there's anybody else here but you for the moment. I'm just attempting to get the whole controller thing going my way. Dave, if you feel like it, this is a multiplayer. Now, if not, that's okay too. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nope, can't pick that up. It'll take time to get it right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's why I'm in here toiling just a bit. I have to say, it was real eye-opening for me to play a game that didn't have a controller, and then, after playing with a controller for a while, and I was surprised at how much that actually hurt. And don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, but I've got more than $5,000. I'm thinking about going and doing a crane upgrade just to say that I've got it. Okay, I think I need to get back up there. Sitting here drinking my coffee, having a smoke, I'll join you. Yeah. That's all I'm doing, drinking coffee. I don't smoke, so, can't do that. We're having a crisis of cream in my house. I'm pretty much drinking the last of it. Been shoveling snow for 2 hours. I'm sick of winter. Yeah, and it don't take long for that stuff to get old. Believe me, my first winter in Alaska, after being from East Tennessee, um, you know, luckily I lived in an apartment and it wasn't my responsibility to shovel snow or clean out or anything like that. I actually lived in a fourplex now that I think about it. And stupidest thing I ever got called in for in the military was all of a sudden it had, oh, good grief, my first winter I was there, we had 54 combined inches of snow on the ground at Eielson Air Force Base. They couldn't keep up with it. It was falling so fast. They closed the airfield for the first time. Uh, yeah. They closed the airfield for the first time since 1954. And, it was bad. Well, we were having an inspection of some kind after the snow fell. I remember it was my first winter there. We had to go in and take shovels and shovel snow from clean spots to dirty spots where oil catch barrels were at and things like that. It was the stupidest thing I've ever done. It made no sense, if we didn't have leadership that would go, hey, this is a mechanic's shop. Um, We had the Officers' Wives Club doing a tour of the flight line one time, and we had to straighten everything up and quit work because of that. It was like that was pretty dumb also. 20 centimeters yesterday, 15 this morning, another 15 by tonight. Yeah. Yeah, my metric conversion ain't so good. What is 20 centimeters in inches, if you can think of it? If you can, it's not a big deal. Yeah, it was dumb. It was dumb. For as much as the military really helped me in life, there was also some days it was pretty dumb. Okay. Let me make sure that I've got all of these. Oh, and now I'm carrying too much. Good morning, Amp. You caught me. Amp, I'm going to tell you, you need to get this game. Because it's pretty fun. And I have to admit, I've never used a controller for a game before, but this one is actually good. I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, there's a rivet. Come on. By the way, Amp, the Hello Kitty was very cute. I was very surprised, and I know, you know, how much you spent even for the cheap version. Um, you all running around yesterday trying to get achievements was pretty cute too. Well, it's pretty basic. Let's be blunt. It's pretty basic. But like I said, the first few ships, Dave will tell you, the tools on it aren't great. You really have to work yourself pretty hard. Hey, to the floor. Woohoo. And now I'm carrying too much. Well, let's go back. And just walking up the floor didn't help you not have anything in your hand, you idge. All I need is high alloy steel and iron. And I think I'll be able to get that just walking around the ship, picking stuff up as we bash it in. Oh, come on. Wrong key. I got to admit, as far as 16 bucks goes, this has been a pretty good game. I wish I had all the DLCs, but here we are. I have the submarines and the warships. DLCs, but I don't have any of the rest of them. But if you're playing with somebody that does have the DLCs and they host the game, you can play up through the floor again. Well, that was lovely. I never wanted to have a bird's eye view of a piece of iron falling on my head, but here we are. All right, I got to come back down here and find the rope. And now back to the hammer. Don't want to break that down yet because I haven't got all the floor gone. I should have broke the walls first, but here we are. Well, just wanted to pop in and say howdy. Got to go live for a bit. Hugs, and we'll try to pop back in. Know how life is. Have a good one. Thank you for dropping in. Let me see. Can I do that? Yes, I can. Hello, Darlene. You just missed Amp. She was going off to do life. Now, do I need to? No, I can break all that. All right, good. I was doing live too. Hey, sometimes you gotta. Sometimes you gotta. And I'm making a mess aboard ship, so yeah, I was right. If I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm gonna get this one without a problem. Let me see. Oh, I didn't want to throw that. I pressed the wrong flipping button. That's okay, though.
हेलो क्या हाल है
Let's get off of that thing so it won't make so much noise. I'm gonna have to get up there again, and that's all right. All right. Ooh. All right. Got one contract claim. Now all I need is iron. About 300 more kilograms of it. Now I've got to go and start picking stuff up before we start lagging. Come on. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be quiet, but just concentrating on what's going on. Don't you wish you could throw like that in real life? Okay. Alloy steel, copper, gold, aluminum, no iron. Let me go and claim this contract while I can. Okay. So I did the math, Johnny, and from Friday to tomorrow, when the storm ends, we're getting around 40 inches of snow and freezing rain. Ugh. Ugh. Yick. Yeah, fun times. Thank you for doing the heavy math. Yeah, when I got up this morning, I turned on golf and played Mayhem's course again. That thing is tough, dude. It was all right, though. Terrible amounts of fun. Fun times. This winter can't end soon enough. Yeah. Uh, like I said, yesterday it was 71 or 72 degrees here as a high. This morning it was 34, going to be a high of 53. And 2 days ago on Tuesday and Wednesday, they were calling for 17 degrees. However, that's been upgraded to the 20s now, but still for Central Texas where you're not used to it is just crazy. Okay. I'm to the point that I can start knocking stuff totally down. Yeah, he did do a great job on that one. And that one though that Dreas had trouble on yesterday, I got it without a problem. Today, while playing it, I couldn't get it because I was going up and down and it would never let me get a shot off. I was just going to say that's not normal for your part of Texas. You aren't kidding. We lived through the ice storm of 2021. Do I have a generator? Yes. I didn't think the power grid would be worse here than it was in South Carolina, but it is. The way they did the power grid here is they have something called EPCOT or ERCOT. It's basically a power board of, power that runs the power grid in Texas. After 2021, a bunch of the people in charge of the power grid resigned. Just flat. The people were giving them crap, and they should have. Well, we've been waiting on the government to do something to fix it, and I think the Texas power grid has a way to be hooked onto the rest of the power grid for the rest of the United States, but before it didn't. I mean, and if don't have everything connecting together, if you have a shortage, you're screwed. And Country Lady said that one day, being as she works for the power company. I didn't have a generator when I lived in South Carolina, but here got one almost immediately because I was just like, no. I'm also thinking about getting an inverter and a couple of solar panels and some deep draw 12-volt batteries, and that way if the generator's doing stupid stuff. We had rain yesterday and it's snowing here now. Even when I lived in Alaska, freezing rain or sleet was the worst thing. That sucked worse than all of it. It was not fun. Does anybody know if AMP is streaming today? Because if she's not, I might continue on. If she is, though, this is going to be kind of short. Ontario interconnected with all the surrounding states. For that reason, we can bump up production and export across the border. Yeah. Good morning. Just woke up. Wasn't expecting anyone to be on. Well, I've been doing the unexpected lately. I figure I'm going to be sitting here playing a game anyway. So I might as well. She doesn't usually on Sundays. Well, that's fine. And you're right, she doesn't usually on Sundays, but then again, neither do I. So, come on. Everybody get together and start working and going the right way. And I have to admit, it has something to do with, get up, have a wild hair in my backside. Away we go. Andreas is this afternoon, but no post from Yamp yet. Yeah. Well, I'm going to continue on then, since I started half hour later than I usually do. And good morning, Shaman. Hope that your coffee's hot and that your apartment is warm. I was playing Escape Simulator before I started on this and decided to stream, but I don't do Escape Simulator good enough by myself to put anything on that. Coffee's done, headed back inside. I'll join you in a few. Okay, good deal. Yeah, Dave said he was going to join me when he got the chance. So, and he's good at this game, so that's a good thing. Thunk-a-thunk, thunk-a-thunk, thunk. All right, now it's time to clean up. And I'm carrying too much. Oh, where did that land? Well, I'll get it here in a bit. And I'm a member of Andreas's Wolf Pack. However, I don't keep notifications turned on for pretty much anything. We're not going anyplace yet, Darlene, unless you're leaving. I mean, and you may. All right, there's where that went. All the way to the back. All right. Oh. Let me go gander at something for just a second. I see. Yep, Andreas is streaming. Oh, come on. Back to OBS, Goofy. Alrighty. Well, I appreciate that, Shaman. I mean, I understand You're probably one of his moderators. He might need you. Matter of fact, I know you're his moderator. So, Shaman, other than your birthday, how has life been treating you? Well, I wasn't informed and wasn't fully expected to be sleeping in, so tough cookies. Quite frankly, I'd take a tough cookie right now. But it wouldn't do me any good. My weight is on the upswing again, which is bad. And I need to get myself back in a good habit, even though I'm walking 2 miles a day. And I'm not gaining like I would still. Is there any rivets up there? There? Nope. Okay. Hey, I'm just playing because I'm trying to get this controller thing down in my head. And I have to admit, it's a lot better on me than the keyboard is. That small hour of Among Trees the other day proved that to me. I walked away from that with a headache, and that was no fun. Come on. Come on. Alright, let's see if we can get this engine out of here. Yes. And now that I've got more than life's been fairly chaotic. I've been involved in the radio show and the Discord now. Several of us are running a sort of serialized adventure story on the Discord, so we're busy some 14 hours a day. Hey, at least you've got something to do to occupy yourself. think, yep, once that gets gone and I can pick that up and hammer that and that. It's very fun for sure, yeah. Oh, I need 100 more kilograms of iron. Okay. Oh, you know, I know exactly what you mean. That's kind of why I'm streaming, is trying to stay engaged. Nothing in there. Okay. I think it's time to go back up here and break a bunch of stuff down because it's just that time. And that was the last thing that I needed to get all my contracts. Therefore, I'm going to go over here and claim the contracts. And I think I'm going to go buy the crane upgrade. I've claimed all those. Now, let's see here. I could even sell metals.
मेरे स्टोर में आपका स्वागत है।
And now, press the right button. Come on, here we go. Oh, nope. No, we don't.
हेलो, आप क्या चाहते हैं माय फ्रेंड?
Might as well get that while I'm getting, since I've got the money.
नमस्ते।
That's 300. Okie doke. And I don't have enough liquids.
फिर मिलते हैं माय फ्रेंड।
Okay. Come on, walk through the door. Good grief. Why are you being that way to me? Because you can. I could actually go ahead and scrap this ship, but I'd like to get the last crane. Oh. I have to say, if you were to do this in real life, it would be bad. Ooh. Tell me, Sean, are you still using your tablet to get into Discord? I've often wondered why your tablet doesn't seem to want to space. I was asking about your tablet and you using your tablet to get into Discord. Are you still using it? And I was just wondering why it sometimes had a problem with spacing. And you do what you have to do, because you just got out of bed.
Good day, sir.
Good day. And there's Big Dave. Yay! Using the tablet. No idea why it won't space in Discord. It's the only place it does that, so it must be Discord. Just so you know, I've bought the upgrade to the crane, and I have the blueprints for the last upgrade to the crane.
Nice.
But I don't have enough liquid, so I was going ahead and tearing this all down just because I don't know whether you've read it or not, but in the Discord for this game, if you throw stuff in the yellow skiff and then you save it and reload it, you'll lose the items in that yellow skiff. And they haven't fixed it yet.
I did not know that, but that actually explains something. Then, okay.
Yeah, explained something to me too, because on one of Joro's ships, we'd been through it twice and had the same problem both times. It was like,
Yep.
even
Are we using the usual pin?
yes, we are.
Okay.
It seems like every time I get on a big ship, I had the Kursk going, and it just got to the point I couldn't even play it. I finally had to just scrap it and go on about my business because it was glitching something awful.
Yeah.
And the sad part about it, I really do like this game. Yeah, Shaman, that
What
is-
I
that is
have,
weird.
yeah, what I have found is I've had to start turning down my graphics settings because I'm doing one of the cruise ships right now, and I usually play on epic graphics, but
Yeah.
I had to turn it down to medium.
Wow, that's crazy.
And like I have up until 2 weeks from now the top end of AMD's hardware.
So you're running an AMD graphics card or AMD CPU?
Both.
I am not an AMD fan.
I have been an AMD fan since I had two Intels blow up on me inside a very short period of time.
Well, and I get that. Mine is for similar reasons. I had a program that wouldn't run on an AMD processor because it didn't execute the command set as Intel wrote it. And I was just like, nope, that's the end of that. However, I will say what is it? Let me think. 13th and 14th gen processors, the ones that are having heat problems and burning up. Yeah, that's crazy. If I was going to get a newer computer, I'd probably go shopping for a 12 gen or 11 gen or something.
Yeah.
All of my computers are old, so I don't, it is what it is.
Yeah, last year when I got my bonus for my old job, I put that entirely into doing a full upgrade because I was just disappointed with how the graphics looked in DCS and Microsoft Flight Sim. So I was like, if I want to stream this stuff at some point, I need to.
Yeah.
And so I did that, and it looks great. Now what I'm thinking of doing is, because I did get my severance there a week ago, is I'm going to take a little bit of that, and when the new stuff comes out, I think I'm going to build a new one and turn this into the streaming computer,
Yeah.
my current one. So this way I'll stream into this one, and then this one will pump out. And then this way I'm not utilizing OBS against, whatever I'm playing at the same time. So,
Shaman, in answer to your question, the answer to that is maybe. I just upgraded a laptop my wife gave me so as not to go buy a whole new laptop. And the only thing I don't like about it is the screen doesn't do 1080p. And that's kind of the minimum you have to do. And I'm thinking about seeing if I can do a screen upgrade on it. It depends upon how old is old, truth be known. It's possible, but laptops are a limiting factor because a lot of times the CPU is soldered into a laptop, whereas on a desktop you can change the CPU out and get more life out of the motherboard. So,
Yep.
As far as laptops are concerned, though, I would almost think buying one might be the better use of your money. It really depends. If you send me a model number or something off of it, I could look it up and give you a better, more definitive answer. All I've got to say about buying computers is buy to the capability of your wallet, because their obsolescence goes very quick. And that's been true for 25 years. I wonder if I can get the back of this ship off. I think I probably can.
Yeah, have you found the cut points?
Yeah, I've already cut them, looks like. I'm standing here walking by them.
Okay.
Just need to... Come on. Tell me I need to break this. Tell me. That's what I was wondering. I will look up the model and let you know. All right, I can do that. It's funny. I was giving serious thought to hanging my shingle out again and doing computer repair for the public. Because I have no doubt in my mind that my situation would be cheaper. Also, I live in an area with a lot of veterans, and I was thinking about doing computer repair for free for veterans. Labor, as far as if it needed parts, they're going to have to reach in their pocket, because I'm not buying your parts for you.
Yeah.
I'm not made of cash. But I just think that it would be... In one way, I want to because I miss it. And in another way, it would be one of those, since you last worked on my computer things, Like when you take your car to the mechanic and go back and go, since you touched my car, it's doing this. Oh. Just when you start making some headways, then suddenly you just can't carry as much as you thought you could.
Yep. Yeah, that should have freed up.
Yeah, my finances are a bit iffy. I'm reluctant to get a new one until they stabilize, but I do need some sort of computer for the radio show stuff and writing at least. Yeah, I figured that was why you were asking. That's hard to do on a phone. I have to admit, I like my iPad, but there are just times that I need a keyboard for some things, and there's no other way to. And I've had a iPad with a keyboard in it. But all right, let me see. Are you not even going to let me talk about it? What in the world? Yeah, it's. Oh, or is it giving me crap because I'm on it? That's what it was.
There you go.
Yeah. Thanks, Dave. You know, Dreas is streaming something. I can't remember what it was.
I know he posted about 7 days. I'm surprised he'd be streaming now. He doesn't usually stream in the mornings.
Well, he is. I went and looked with my own 2 eyes.
Okay.
Boy, that crane is so much faster.
Yeah, I did the level 2 upgrade, or the first upgrade on my game, and yeah.
Are you still working on the Ohio class?
No, I finally got that one done. When you guys told me how to get the missiles out,
Yep.
I went on that night and I just played until I got all the missiles out.
That thing
It
is
took
tough.
forever.
That thing is
Yeah.
tough. I'm going to joke
And the
with
way they
you.
have you do it, it's just like, oh, this is no.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you how many beers you had while you were accomplishing that.
I generally don't drink beers, but I did have the liquor store had these pre-mixed Jack and Coke Zeros,
Uh-huh.
and I think I went through about 5 of them. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, that was tough. Like Icy and Joro were telling you, they couldn't figure out how to get that done, and I crawled up on top of that submarine and figured it out. But it was a pain in the ass. Every
Yeah.
few hits, it's like, bzzzt, like up back at the ship again. Back
what
at
I
the HUD
found was
again.
I had to get the 4th torch upgrade.
Ah,
And then the torch is just long enough that you can sit just at the edge of the red radiation zone
yeah.
and survive it. But it's the whole fact that you can't like pre-cut all of them. They force you to have to keep going back and going back and going back. And it's like,
Yeah, they didn't make that one easy at all.
no.
Post with stupid tablet can't post stories in Discord when it glitches like that. Yeah, yeah, and that has to be very frustrating. Yeah, I could see Shaman writing with that thing. Everybody'd think you had a terrible twitch. Well, come on now. Now, Shaman, I'm going to sit here and tell you, within arm's reach, I have an Intel NUC. It's not powerful. You can't game on it, but it would get you on Discord without a problem. You would just have to get a monitor, keyboard, and mouse. Now, as far as the mouse is concerned, I could monitor, the keyboard and mouse, I could probably hunt one. I've got a few, let's put it that way. But the monitor, flat screen monitors, I wouldn't want to ship one because they're fragile as heck. You could probably go to Goodwill and find a decent monitor, or at least you can around here, but I live in Dell's backyard, so there's always, if you're looking on Facebook Marketplace, Dell's aplenty. I could find more IT equipment than I know what to do with. I don't know. I have a habit for small form factor computers. I don't know why. They fascinate me. Would love to get a. There's also computers, full computers that will plug directly into a TV into the HDMI port called a stick computer on Amazon. You could probably pick one up for decent prices that would be better than what you're attempting to do. Come on, pick that stuff up. Darn it.
Did you do the drop?
Hmm?
Oh no, I know she just did the drop, so give me a hand. Or things get glitchy.
Yeah. Boy, I'm having a brain cramp. Got my mouth running and don't know how to play the game suddenly.
You're doing quite well for having just switched to the controller. So,
Well, this, for as much as this game says on the menu in Steam, it does not have controller support. It's got better controller support than Planet Crafter. I was trying to play Planet Crafter the other day, and it mapped the buttons totally different. And I was just like, oh, this is, not good.
Yep.
One thing I do like is when you go to throw the crates, there's one button, no matter what else you're doing. I'm throwing the crates, and that's how it's doing it. And
Yep.
I was pretty impressed. It made the game somewhat easier. Oh, I have mice and monitors in storage. I was just intending to upgrade a gaming desktop, so I wasn't considering other options. But now I could just get a cheap laptop if need be. Yeah. I've got to say one thing about cheap laptops. HP probably sells the cheapest laptops known to man that would probably do what you want, but some of them are really, really bad.
Yep.
And there's no upgradability to them. And when I say buy to the limits of your pocketbook, I'm not at all joking. Because I sold, oh good grief. Well, it was an older HP laptop off of somebody that they forgot their password, and it still had all their information on it. And I told them straight up, I said, I will erase this before we get to the point of doing anything with it. Hell, I brought it home 5 minutes after I had it. I blew it away and was putting Windows 10 back on it. Then it had provisions for an SSD but didn't have one in it. So Christmas was coming around, and I asked for an SSD specifically for that computer, and then turned around and sold it. So, I admit the fun of it to me is working on them. And that's why I'm thinking about taking this laptop my wife gave me. It's 1360 something by 768, and it's the by 768 number that's bad, because you almost can't do anything. with it because the screen is so substandard.
आपके पास कोई जहाज है?
So be careful. Chief laptops aren't all they're cracked up to be. If you really wanted to go cheap, a Chromebook would probably get you through, but they're not upgradable to a certain extent. My wife's got a Chromebook right now that she said, I'll give that to you if you want to try to upgrade it. I've looked. It can't be done. It was one of the first Chromebooks that was made, and it was just like, the ones they're making now are not as bad.
Yeah, I use a Chromebook for my piano music.
Yeah, they have their moment, you know. I mean, they're not bad, but depends if your needs change. They could definitely leave you in a lurch.
Yep. And mine actually runs Windows. So I got
Oh.
one that it dual boots.
Really, you
And
spent you spent some
it
cash.
wasn't expensive. It was only like $400 Canadian.
That's like
So it was-
$250 US right now. And
Yeah.
and I'm not trying to throw shade on you. I know the Canadian dollar's taking a absolute beating.
Yep.
One Canadian dollar's worth about 60 US cents last time I checked, and that's only been a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Yeah,
But yeah, so some Chromebooks you can get. I got mine. It was just at the start of school season, so I got it during one of the back to school sales, and yeah, it's been perfect because it suits my needs for what I needed as a plug into my electric keyboard so I can play music.
yeah.
Well, attempt to play music, I guess. Is what I
Well,
should say.
yeah, I trust me, I understand that. My best musical years are behind me. My left arm and hand just won't cooperate. I've played guitar pretty much all my life. And
Yeah, I was a guitar guy, and then I just went, you know what? I can't do the strings anymore. You know, with neuropathy and being
Yeah.
a diabetic, you just don't have that
Oh yeah.
finger control anymore. And so I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to learn piano. I'm going to self-teach myself. I found a couple good pieces of software. And, it's been not bad. And this one software I use, which runs perfectly on the Chromebook I got, it's perfect because I plug it into the USB port on the keyboard and it follows along as I play, and then it won't proceed down the song until I go back and fix what I played. So it immediately makes you correct yourself as you're playing. So.
That's good practice, as I remember it. I was in band in grammar school, but once I got in high school, hell, I can't walk chew chewing gum at the same damn time. And they were talking about marching band, and it was like, oh no, that shit ain't happening.
Yep.
One thing about Chromebooks, you can actually find good deals on them. You know,
Yep.
if you have the time to look.
And if you're not in a rush, like there's certain times a year that they definitely go on sale.
Yeah.
And like I said, back to school season is one of them. Because I don't know about down in the States, but here in Canada, basically our school system has switched from paper text, paper notebooks and textbooks to Chromebooks.
Yeah, pretty much. Would you be able to do
So-
slide guitar? Slide bars would be easier than finger work on strings. I have tried to do slide guitar even when my hand was working good, and I just can't do it. that takes some. It just never came to me. It wasn't that I didn't try, but I love the blues, and I would love to try it. Love to get sounds coming out of my guitar that were that way, but I've got 3 guitars sitting within 10 feet of me, and I haven't played in, gosh, it's been a while.
That's half my problem. Is I got 2 electrics, a bass, 3 acoustics, and 2 banjos all hanging on the wall there, and it's like,
I have considered getting a nylon string classical guitar again. I remember I had one of those when I was a teenager. Got a neck on it like a 6-lane highway. But once you get used to them, they're easy on your fingers. They have a very nice sound.
yep.
Dave, I don't know what your plans are. You might want to go back out and shovel snow once you hear this, but my plan is to get this ship done. We're too close to finishing.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're. I mean, those back 2 segments are coming off right now, so. Nah, I just wanted to get enough cleared so that the Walmart person can do my delivery in an hour or so.
Trust me, I get it. Speaking of Walmart, I think we're going to go do the Walmart thing today. Now, you have Walmart. You can appreciate this. I like something called G. Hughes sugar-free sauces. They have barbecue sauce and dipping sauce and all this. And I kept looking for G. Hughes sweet chili dipping sauce. And I've developed a taste for it, and it's hot. It's got red pepper flakes in it, and if you're not in the right gear for it, you will be, it's hotter than you think it would be.
Yep.
Goes good on Oriental, goes good on fish. Just couldn't find it. Wasn't at the Walmart. So we start looking on Amazon and such, and they've got it in the 6-pack, and I just don't think I need 6 of them at one time, even though they would keep. So all of a sudden my wife gets to looking. Next thing I know, they don't have them in the regular Walmart, but they've got them in the Walmart neighborhood store, which I find is strange. Not only did they have them, they had a bunch of them. Did I buy 3 of them? Yes, I did. Something that's not going to add a lot of sugar to my diet, but
Yep.
definitely adds a lot of flavor.
Yeah.
And I think that's a product of being older. My taste buds have changed drastically. Gosh, I was such a picky kid. As far as eating, I drove my mom absolutely batshit crazy.
Oh yeah. I was the same too.
Yeah.
I think every kid is. I think it's ingrained in our genetics when we're kids.
Yeah.
Find whatever your parents like and don't like it.
My mom and dad used to sit and eat olives out of the jar.
Same.
Green ones. And I just think those are the nastiest things known to man. My son likes black olives. I still haven't developed, olive oil don't bother me, and I can eat them if I have to, but I'm still not crazy about olives.
Nope.
But I didn't like green beans as a kid, and now, heck, you set green beans in front of me, and, I just have to watch it, because if I eat too many, I have other issues, but liking them isn't the problem. I learned on nylon. I loved it. Metal strings are too hard on my fingers. My problem is I have small hands, and bar chords are harder on acoustic because the neck's wider. And no, not just an acoustic, a classical. Classical guitar is even wider than an acoustic.
Yeah, one of my acoustics is a 12-string classic Spanish guitar.
Yeah, oh, nice.
Yeah, so
I sold a 12-string Fender when I got here because I needed the money more than I needed the guitar. Nice hit.
Yeah.
Come on. Olives are gross, although I don't mind them on pizza. Yet it depends. I mean, I didn't eat white onions on anything. If they're sauteed right, I love them. Just regular raw white onions. My parents used to cut an onion darn near for every meal, and I'm just not like that. I can't eat onions that way. You know,
Yep.
when I tell people not to bring onions on my food, they said, what, you don't like onions? No, I might get kissed later on. You just never can tell. Okay, there are rivets up there. Dang, Dave, you're too quick. 12-string.
I get going to this one, and I just Oh, it's a beautiful sound. Like it was one I bought. It was used at the guitar store, but it was entirely set up as a specifically for Spanish music. And it is just like the flamenco style music you can play on that thing is beautiful. But I just can't wrap my fingers around it anymore. It hurts too much.
Yeah, that's those decisions you make as you age and you go, can I keep doing this? And I know somebody right now has a motorcycle for $200, and if I was 35, I'd have had it and already been driving it down the street. But no, I just can't deal with it anymore.
Yep. Okay.
Have you already? Well, you haven't got that called in because here we stand.
Figured I'd let you call in the last two.
You're all heart. I don't care what anybody says. You're a darn nice guy. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Except when you're golfing.
Usually that comes down to how much am I drinking while we're playing that game.
Funny, I understand.
A few drinks in me, and then a few puffs on the vape, and then it just all goes downhill.
I'm going to go see if I can make the last crane upgrade. If I just possibly have enough liquid.
Well, have you cashed in the contracts yet?
Yes.
You do those
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, the cash. Contracts are cashed in.
Shubh Prabhat, my friend.
Okay.
No, I've got about half of the liquid I need. Crap.
फिर मिलते हैं, my friend.
Yeah, functionality is not available during crane working. I miss playing guitar too, especially since I got involved in the radio shows. I forgot how much music used to be a part of my daily life. Yeah, that's a truism.
Yep. Yeah, and that was one of the things I used to do. Like when I used to come home from the office, is I just plunked down, and it didn't matter if it was my electric guitar or my acoustic guitar. I just sit there and play a bit of music after work, and it just chill out, and it was just the way to do it.
There was. I am not fond of water, I have to say. I almost drowned when I was 17 years old on a church trip. And but at one point in time, I wanted to dock a boat someplace and do nothing but sit and play guitar.
Yep. Oh, and I have done that. Like I'm one of those people. I used to go camping, and I see you've adopted the auto sort.
Yeah, yeah. I got no time for that crap. We used to go on church trips and camping trips, and I
Yeah.
either always had a guitar or knew somebody that was bringing one.
Yep.
Yeah, I still don't.
And
have
that's what
enough liquid.
my third guitar was for. It has gone on many a backcountry camping trips with me.
Yeah, and I.
I got a special case for it that was waterproof, and strap it on the top of my kayak and get out in the wilds of Canada, and just so nice.
Canada's a beautiful place. Having drove through Western Canada, that place is fantastic. When I drove down in '87, my brother flew up and helped me drive out. And, oh my Lord, it was something.
Yep. It's the one thing I'm thankful for is that I was able to, before any of these health issues started, I was able to do the trips I wanted.
Yeah.
I did Algonquin. I did. There's one up on I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it's up on Lake Superior. I've done the Mackenzie River, which is a wild one. Oh, that is a wild river, and it's just like I've done those, and I'm happy I got to do them. So I'll always have the memory of doing them.
Yeah.
And yeah. So
now we don't have to do that. I was just putting something in there. I was about to the point of stopping. However, Shaman says, me too. My brother gave me my first guitar for Christmas when I was 10 or 11. I used to play after school and work all the time.
Yep.
Over the years, I've had so much fun. Yeah, I learned how to play guitar at age 11 with much longer hair than I have now in my house in the summer in Knoxville, Tennessee, with no air conditioning. And I was the only member of my peer group that actually taught himself how to play, and still did up until the point that my left hand just said, nah, I'm done. And, it was very much fun. I remember buying Mel Bay instructional manuals, and they have that one picture, if you ever see him, of his hand, that he's holding his hand out, and you can see the calluses on that guy's fingers. But that's old. You have to. When you got hair that's down on your shoulders, and you're putting your hair out of your face as you're sweating, in your room that has very little insulation in it because the house was built in 1925. Trust me, the hair was something,
Yep.
But, Dave, I appreciate
Yes.
you being here. Thank you. I hope we gave you a break from shoveling snow.
Oh, at this point, I just went out there to clear the front walk, like I said, so the Walmart person can get to my front door, and outside that, it's waiting until Rick shows up and cleans my driveway again.
I understand. Yeah, you're done, is what you're saying.
I'm done. I pay a guy to do my driveway. I don't do it anymore. I'm
Shaman,
just doing it because I'm at the groceries.
yeah, Shaman, I should show a picture in Discord of me when I was 11. You would be surprised. I had an afro when I joined the military, and they cut it off of me, and I got it. Wore that for 4 or 5 years because my hair was so naturally curly. I just said, screw it, I'm getting a perm. And when me and my wife got married, she said, gosh, I wish I had that much curl in my hair. No, you don't. No, you don't. And I wish my hair was that straight. Yeah, I've been there, and that's why I keep it short, because it's just easier to deal with right now. I need it like I need a hole in my head. I shaved my beard off one time, and my daughter said, I thought you liked your beard. I said, I'm not in love so much with any of it. I just look in the mirror and go, nah, it's not looking good. It's time to go. Start over again. All right. We are ending this.
Okay.
well,
Well, I shall jump out.
I'm kicking you out
Oh,
anyway.
you just
Yeah.
closed the game. So there we go.
Das Boot.
Yep.
Dave, thank you very much. It was fun.
Yeah,
You know-
not a problem. Anytime.
And you always have some place to play. If you see me playing something that you have,
Yep.
don't wait to be invited. Shaman,
Yep,
it's
right.
good talking to you. All right.
Yes.
We'll see you guys probably tomorrow morning doing something.
Yep.
All right.
And I'm probably gonna go join Dreas and looks like camp and
Yep.
come over on some days.
Yep. All right. Sounds good.
See you later.